Hey guys, Brad Danger here, and I'm standing by one of those cars that looks harmless, but it totally tells you where the market is going. Yes, this is the 2026 Toyota CHR.
The one that used to be a slow, awkward little crossover that rental car companies loved and enthusiasts absolutely ignored.
And Toyota just brought it back as a 380 horsepower dual motor all-wheel drive EV.
No hybrid, no gas option, no, we're testing the waters.
Just here you go. This is Toyota making a very specific statement, and I think a lot of people are going to miss why this car actually matters. So let's talk about it. First, some context. Toyota has been dragged loudly for being late to the EVs, but that's not really what happened. Toyota didn't rush.
They watched batteries get better. They watched charging standards fight it out. They watched early adopters become beta testers.
And then they showed up with this. The new CHR is EV only in the US,
which is already wild if you think about Toyota's usual approach.
This is the most conservative major automaker on the planet.
And they looked at the CHR nameplate and said, yeah, that one, let's make it electric only.
That alone tells you that this is not an experiment.
Let's get the numbers out of the way.
Dual motors, all-wheel drive, 338 horsepower, more power than a lot of older hot hatches people still swear by.
That's more power than a GR86.
And this is a compact crossover with grocery getter proportions.
The battery is 74.7 kilowatt hours.
EPA range is up to 287 miles in the SE trim. The XSE loses a little range because bigger wheels always steal your joy.
And before you say it, this car is not trying to win the spreadsheet war. Now, here's something that matters more than people realize. Toyota gave this car an NACS charging port, and they also included an NACS to CCS adapter.
Which is Toyota quietly saying, we don't care who wins the charging standard fight, we're covering all of it.
And that's huge, because one of the biggest turnoffs for EVs right now isn't range, it's where the heck do you charge it? And Toyota's doing everything they can to help remove that friction. 11 kilowatt onboard AC charging, very un-Toyota in the best way. Now let's talk about the design. This does not look like an appliance. It doesn't look like a refrigerator on wheels. Toyota leaned hard into this coupe-style compact SUV thing.
High belt line, short overhangs, wide stance for the size, which already puts it ahead of half the segment.
It's aggressive without being ridiculous. This car looks like it's trying.
Now, trim breakdown, because that actually matters for most people that are actually going to buy these things. And honestly, after driving it with Trav, well, I was in the passenger seat, this thing might end up in my driveway. The SE is the base trim.
Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, 2 wireless phone chargers, which is hilarious because no one asked for 2, but I respect the confidence. Power driver seats, soft tech seating instead of cheap cloths.
14-inch touchscreen, heated front seats. This is not a stripper spec, unlike my last girlfriend. Safety tech is all here as well.
Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, blind spot monitoring, front and rear parking assist with automatic braking.
And if you've ever driven modern Toyotas, you know their driver assists are, well, they're not spooky, they're great. Now, the XSE, this is the trim that everybody is gonna want, even me. You get 20 inches of rubber, or wheels.
Gunmetal finish, power passenger seat, driver memory, lane change assist, panoramic view monitor, which is one of those features you don't think you need until you use it once and then refuse to live without it.
You get traffic jam assist, which honestly works really well, up to 40 miles per hour. Or wait, no, it's only 25. Yeah, the range drops a little. Toyota knows exactly what they're doing here though.
Let's talk about who this car is actually for, because this is where the CHR starts to make sense. This is not for EV nerds arguing about kilowatt hours on forums. This could be for you if you want kind of a stealth performance daily.
This is not for people who want to road trip across 3 states every weekend. This is for urban commuters, young professionals, couples who want something interesting but easy, people who want performance without committing to car person problems. It's a stealth performance daily. 338 horsepower and a small footprint means this thing is going to feel quick in real life, not drag race quick, traffic gap quick, on-ramp quick, and that's where EV torque shines.
So this little car feels more substantial than it is. The steering weights up nicely even if it doesn't have a ton of feedback, and it rides really well. Honestly, at this price point, it's kind of hard to argue against it. I wish they could get it a little bit under 40, but even at 42 for this fully loaded model, ain't bad.
Now here's my hot take. This car is more important than the BZ4X. The BZ4X feels like Toyota checking a box. The CHR feels like Toyota trying. It's smaller, sportier, more emotional, and historically, that's how you get people to switch powertrains, not with logic, with vibes.
Also guys, let's be honest, a lot of EVs still feel expensive in the wrong ways. You're paying for batteries and screens instead of quality and usability. Toyota, they don't play that game, and they make this thing feel like a finished product. And what they essentially did is wrap that philosophy around a genuinely quick EV in kind of a dangerous way.
And wrapping that philosophy around a genuinely quick EV is kind of dangerous, because once cars like this become normal, everything else starts to feel unnecessarily complicated.
Now, here's my personal take. If this thing is roughly Model Y money, which it is, there is going to be a problem for Elon and everyone else. Because Toyota buyers, well, they're pretty loyal, and that matters. Now let's talk about real world ownership for just a second. This is the kind of EV that doesn't require lifestyle changes. You charge it at home, no air suspension, just get in, drive it, and then go home. And guys, that is Toyota's secret weapon. Now, if you're wondering whether this replaces something like a hot hatch or a sport compact, well, not exactly, but it replaces the idea of one for a lot of people. This is what happens when practicality finally catches up with performance. So where does the 2026 CHR land? It's not revolutionary, it's evolutionary. And that's way more dangerous, because once cars like this become normal, and this package right here is Toyota saying it quietly, and that's scarier than shouting. I'm Brad Danger, that's Trav, this is Ideal. Like, subscribe, turn on that notification, and let me know what you think of the new CHR. Honestly, we're out here and we really like it. So let me know in the comments down below what you think, and would you actually put one of these in your driveway? Also, check out some of these Ideal vids over here, and promise me one thing, keep living the Ideal lifestyle.